This is AI.R. Artists in Residence Broadcasting, coming to you once a week from New York City.
Hello, I'm John Cullum, and this is my wife, Emily Frankel.
And this is my husband, John Cullum.
That's right.
Okay, John Cullum.
What are we going to talk about today, Emily?
Well, John, I would like to discuss clothes that don't fit.
Oh, my goodness.
I hate that. I love some of my clothes, and some of them don't fit right.
Do we have to talk about this? I guess we do, don't we?
Well, other people have the same problem.
Well,
One changes size. Size and curves change.
Well, you want to know what I do first?
Yes, I want to know what you do.
The first thing I do is try to ignore it. Pretend like they haven't. I think, well,
so you put on a pair of pants and...
the clothes have changed, not me. But the truth is, it's me that has changed, and it's not going to get any better unless I do something drastic, which I don't. So what do I do with the clothes that don't fit?
You move it to the corner of your closet?
I kind of put them up there, and I say, oh, well, I look for something that will fit, and it's usually something disgustingly ragged and beat up and feels real easy. So I leave that where I can get it. And so I've got all these clothes that don't fit in my closet for, say, a month, maybe a whole year. And then I finally decide, well, I've got to do something about it.
And now what do you do?
Well, on one occasion, I took all the pants that I had that I thought could be fixed, and I took them down to the place, and I said, just let these out as far as you can get them. And
did you do it?
They did it, and there was about 3 of them, and I took them back and put them on the shelf, and then I every time I needed to get a decent pair of pants, I would try them on, and I'd have to go through the whole thing because I still had the small ones in there as well as the ones that had been fixed. And so
you are not a good closet
no
organizer.
Finally, I started putting the ones. See, the problem is, Emily, I can't throw anything away.
Aha! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the solution of John Cullum.
Just throw John Cullum away.
No, he can't throw anything away. Therefore, we have all his old clothes and his new clothes all together, and we need a bigger closet.
No, yes, that's right. We have to buy a bigger house eventually.
A bigger house because you need a bigger house to have bigger closets for the bigger collection of clothes.
You know what the solution is? If you have a spouse like I do.
Me.
That's right. She's my spouse. Occasionally, the closet seems to take care of itself because I'll go in there and I notice,
would you think I would throw out your clothes?
There doesn't seem to be as many pants hanging up here as there used to be, and that's very helpful, Emily. I'm so glad I've got, because if I didn't have Emily, I would never throw anyway.
You got me.
This goes way back to my childhood. But,
okay, now listen.
What?
I don't want a childhood story. I just want to know so that I can say to people, occasionally John Cullum has problems with throwing out old clothes. For instance, shoes. He has shoes from every show that he has ever done. And this is not an enormous closet, but there's shoes.
You know, there's a funny thing about shoes is when you're a kid, you have to keep getting more shoes as your feet get larger. And I have suddenly discovered a terrible, terrible thing. I've got all these wonderful shoes, as Emily says, that I will never throw anything out. But what's happened is my feet seem to have gotten longer.
But they do get longer.
Well, my arches have slightly pushed my toes on. They've kind of settled in.
Have you noticed, everybody, that John is certainly talking very freely and fully about this subject? I guess that's about almost all that he has to say.
Well,
That
why
is-
don't we put that away? It's just like some old clothes. I won't talk about it anymore.
No, I just wanted to throw in and say, I move all clothes that don't fit into a totally different place. I can't throw them out. So they just live in a separate area.
Yeah.
And that's the story of clothes that don't fit.
That sounds like a perfect solution.
Okay, then that's the end of this post.
That's right. And if we come up with a better solution, we'll let you know.
Yes.
In the meantime, have a good weekend, okay?
This is AI.R. See you next week.